Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. You want more content, but you're already tired of doing Sunken Temple more than once to level up. Well, lucky for you, you can unlock the level 38 dungeon by talking with Sabold in Ul'dah near the Sapphire Exchange Aetheryte. Next question you need to ask yourself is, what would a dungeon look like if it was made out of 65% sand? Well, I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. And that's the gist of this dungeon! Time to learn about Cutter's Cry. Simplified. Make sure that you avoid all of the small sand geysers as these are small AoEs. Kill everything in the first room and wait for the adds to spawn. Kill them and make your way through the shifting sands. Second room is the same as the first. Kill everything, then kill the extra mobs. Afterwards, go through the shifting sands. Make your way through the path, turning right, collecting everything along the way. At the end of the path, you'll reach a small opening. Kill everything in there, and then go through the smallish opening to the left into the cave. This is where the first boss is. If you have the DPS, just burn the boss down and ignore pretty much everything else. It doesn't really do anything impactful until it starts spawning other mobs, but if you have the damage, you can avoid the bad and it won't be a problem. Go through to the next part, and we're going to stick to the right side of the room, pulling and killing everything. On the opposite side of the room, there is another shifting sands. Try to avoid everything else and go through it into the next area. You can repeat for this room as well. Stick to the right, pull and kill everything, then go through the shifting sands. Second boss is a giant worm. If the worm turns towards you, you will be targeted with the sludge debuff. This is a soonerable and easily dealt with, so healers watch out. Worm also has an untelegraphed attack, so make sure you don't stand with the tank. After a short time, the boss will dig underground and you'll need to get to the wall, as it will do one of two things. It will either start exploding the ground in a straight line towards one player. You just need to move sideways out of the way of it if it's coming towards you, as it will jump out of the ground in a large and high damaging AoE when it gets to your spot, or it will drag players towards the center of the arena in a whirlpool and then jump out of the ground in the center in a, again, large high damaging AoE. Either way, you want to stay away from both of them. After the boss is defeated, head through the shifting sands. Pull up the rocky path, sticking to the left-hand side of the path until you come to a room with the golem and a spriggan in it. This should be enough to kill everything up to that point. After that, you can pull all the way until you get to the beginning of the final boss room. Kill everything. The final boss will have you watching the chat and the cast bar. The ram's voice, which in the chat will say, "Now the ram's eyes burn blue," means get out. It will have a freezing AoE around the Chimera, which inflicts a frostbite debuff that can be Asuned, but it hits really hard, so make sure you get out. The dragon's voice, and in the chat, "The dragon's eyes now burn violet," means get in. It will have an electric donut-like AoE in a large area around the room, and where the safe zone is next to the Chimera or in its hitbox. This will inflict a paralysis debuff. It's also Asunable and also hits very hard. If you get targeted with crosshairs, you'll have an electric orb chase you around the arena. Just get away from the boss to lure the orb away until it explodes, then make your way back to the boss. You just need to be wary if you're very far out, for if the boss casts Dragon's Voice, you might be hit by it. Ram's Keeper is a small targeted AoE puddle below a player that will leave a frozen puddle on the ground. This also inflicts the frostbite debuff if you walk through it. If you're a tank and a melee drops this really close to the boss, just pull the boss away from the puddle. Other than that, just DPS down and limit break when you can. Congratulations, you have beaten Cutter's Cry. My name is the Scrub, thank you for watching.